Hello, welcome to this Django cross World of Warcraft tutorial. In this introduction video, I'm going to show you what we'll be building, what technologies we'll be using, and what you need to know before joining me in this journey. But don't worry, this is not a super advanced tutorial, so a lot of them are just basics. I hope you have fun, and let's get into it. First off, I do want to clarify that this character I'm showing you is not myself or someone I know. Just grab a random player from Blizzard's forum. But as you can see, in this game you can acquire gears with different power levels, so essentially you can keep playing and becoming stronger. Specifically, if your character is a damage dealer, sometimes you'll want to know the expectation of your damage per second, also known as DPS. So there's this software called simulationcraft, developed for this exact reason. So in this software, you can import a character with your region, realm, and character name. Then it'll read your stats from Blizzard. Now you can run a simulation and it'll give you a number as your expected DPS, so you got a reference. Nowadays, there's even a cloud version of it built called ReadBots. It functions similarly that you also just need to import your character and it'll then run the simulation for you. Now, back to what we'll be building. I built this application as a side project, I think 8 years ago. Basically, I found it annoying that whenever I got an upgrade, I can't tell exactly how much more DPS I'll be doing, unless I wear the old piece first, run a simulation, and then run another one with the new piece. It really takes out the excitement from getting an upgrade, so I decided to automate all that. So in this character model, we can create a new character, which is very similar to import the character from simulationcraft. You put the name, region, and realm into it, and the server will periodically pull data for this character. As you can see, we have this equipment checksum field, so it can tell if there has been a change or not. And if so, it will run a new simulation with the new gear and insert the score into another table. So finally, you'll get a chart like this that record your DPS over time with all the gears you're getting. So there's actually something interesting about this character we're tracking. I believe this huge dip was from this player switching talent from augmentation to devastation. So it kind of shows you how much stronger augmentation evoker is. But despite that, you can kind of see they are doing more damage over time with the gear upgrades, even after switching the talent. So, in order to build this, we'll cover a lot of Django common features, including writing models, views, management commands, creating database migrations, using Django shell, etc. I do assume that you know the basics of Django and using RESTful APIs. In my tutorial and example code, I'll be using Docker for the server, but you can run it in a native environment if you prefer so. But we do use Docker specifically to run simulationcraft because it makes it so much easier to maintain its version upgrades. But for that purpose, you need to know nothing more than installing a Docker server because you just need to run it, not configure or write the Docker file. So shouldn't be a problem. I'll drop a link in the description below for the GitHub repo we'll be using. From there, you can grab the starter kit code and you can follow me here and get Django running so you know you're ready for the next episode. So here we got the starter kit pulled up, and before you run anything, I want you to open this git ignore file up. So you can see there are 3 files that's not tracked on Git, which means you have to create them by yourself. For the first one, let's just create it and keep it empty for now because we don't need anything yet. For the other 2, we don't really need them locally. You only need them when you are deploying this to one of your own server with a production build. So now let's open up the terminal, and all you need to do should be compose build. So that should build the image and bring up the containers. And let's keep this running and open up a new terminal. In case you're not familiar with Docker, these are all just basic commands. So you want to know what the containers are running. So Docker PS tells you that. And this will be the server. That's the Django server. And this will be the database server. So we want to get into the Django server and create our very first superadmin. So let's do docker exec one sh, which is the shell we'll be using. There's no bash installed in this build. So now we're in. Let's just verify that we have Django available. So create superadmin, super user, and let's say Django from and we are using a super weak local password, so it warns you about that, but we are okay with it. Now we have our super user created. So if you go to your browser and go to localhost 8000 admin, it should bring you this login form. And if you just type your username and password, you should be able to get in. So make sure you have this UI running. You can see the Django admin, and you have the Docker is running correctly. And now you're ready for the next episode. I hope you had fun. I hope this project looks interesting to you, and I hope to see you in the next episode.